The night air was soft, trembling with the rhythm of city lights and the fading echoes of rain. Inside the quiet loft, the only sound was the slow ticking of a clock, each second heavier than the silence between them. I stood by the window, my arms folded, just staring out at the hazy skyline. My reflection wavered in the glass, looking fragile, unsure. Behind me, she shifted on the couch. I could hear the soft rustle of her sleeve as she fidgeted, desperate to say something that didn't sound like another excuse. "Why didn't you tell me?" My voice was soft, trembling, but it was filled with all the hurt I couldn't hide. She took a breath. "Because I was scared," she said, her tone so small it almost broke my heart. "Scared that if you knew everything, you'd walk away." I turned from the window, my eyes glistening in the dim light. But hiding the truth made me walk away anyway. The space between us felt thick with memories. I could almost see them hanging in the air, the laughter in our kitchen, those silly midnight dances, all the whispered dreams we shared. But now, they were all shadowed by doubt. I always thought forgiveness was supposed to be easy when love was real. But love, as I was learning, could be both incredibly tender and devastatingly cruel. She finally rose from the couch and took a hesitant step forward. "Pure," she whispered my name, and it sounded like a prayer. "I never wanted to hurt you. I made mistakes, I know that, but every moment I spent with you was real. You were my calm, my home." I had to blink back the tears that were threatening to fall. "Then why didn't you fight for me?" "I thought you needed space," she replied, her voice barely audible. "And I thought, maybe you'd never want me again." Silence stretched between us again, as fragile as glass. This loft, our shared apartment which was once so alive with our love, now felt like a stranger's home. The scent of our old candles still lingered in the air, and that painting we made together still hung crooked on the wall, a constant reminder that even imperfect things could be beautiful. Finally, I moved closer until I could feel her breath on my skin. "You broke my trust," I whispered, the words catching in my throat. "But you never stopped being the one I love." Her eyes widened, shimmering with a hope that was so raw, so vulnerable. "Then let me make it right." Her fingers brushed against my cheek, so gentle, as if asking for permission. I didn't move. My heart ached, but my body remembered every touch, every heartbeat we once shared. The world outside the window blurred away, leaving only the two of us and the golden hum of the loft. "Forgive me, my love," she murmured, her voice cracking with sincerity. And then, slowly, I leaned in. Our lips met, hesitant at first, then deep, desperate, and full of everything that words could never say. The kiss was forgiveness. It was a confession, and it was a promise, all at once. It was as soft as dawn, but as heavy as our history, a love that had broken, and now, in our trembling hands, was beginning to mend. When we finally pulled apart, she pressed her forehead to mine. "I'll never let you go again." A faint smile touched my lips as tears slipped free. "Then don't." Outside, the city sighed beneath us, the traffic humming a distant lullaby. But in our loft, there was only warmth, just two women, one love, and the fragile grace of a second chance. As the clock ticked forward, we sat together on the couch, our fingers entwined, our breaths mingling in the quiet air. The night stretched on, no longer heavy with regret, but soft with renewal. Love, I realized in that moment, wasn't about never falling. It was about finding the courage to rise again together. And as she kissed me once more, the loft filled with our quiet laughter, a melody sweeter than any song. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this moment with us. If this story touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more. We'll see you in the next one.